And then moving into an exercise of breath to help us be centered. What I would like you to do is to take an intentional breath in without forcing, just easy breath in, and just have it be a full breath in. Let it kind of rise through your body, noticing where the breath meets your body, and all the way up to your rib cage, through your rib cage to your collarbones, and then letting it out as if you're blowing through a straw. And taking just a little bit longer on the out breath than the in breath. And once again, breathing in and then on your own, and taking a little bit longer on the out breath than the in breath, and letting it be of ease, not forcing, letting yourself breathe. Fully allowing yourself to be in the space. And simply letting go. And perhaps taking a note of where you are now. And then shifting into a brief glimpse practice that's called no problem. What is here now if there is no problem to solve? Who is here? What is aware? What is here when there is nowhere to go and nothing to do? Nothing to know or create or become. What is here just now when you are not the problem solver? Feeling into whatever shows up here and now. And again, who or what is aware? What is here when there is no referencing the past? No going one moment into the future. When you're not settling into a sleepy state and not going up into thought. What is here now? What is it like when there is no problem to solve. What do you notice? What is absent? What essential qualities are revealed? Placing your attention on your breath just for a moment, and utilizing beginner's mind and with curiosity. I ask again, what is here now if there is no problem to solve? Karanta, I pass the torch to you.
Thank you. I received the torch from you. So experienced practitioners that we are, we recognize the need for movement in our stillness sometimes as well. So I invite everyone to please stand for the next portion. And as you're standing, honor the body's need to shift or stretch. So I'm going to stand. And once you're standing, allow the feet to be shoulder width apart. Slightly bend the knees and bring the pelvis forward. So you're kind of tucking that forward space, which, as you'll notice, lightens the load on the knees, dropping the shoulders, allowing them to fall back, allowing the palms to be open and facing forward by your sides, allowing your chin to be parallel to the floor, and let the neck be neutral. And just allow yourself to breathe at your own pace, with your own movement in this stance. Finding your rhythm, finding what works for you. And in this pose, we really model mountain. Some of you, I'm sure, may be familiar with mountain. And when we envision mountain, we see ourselves solid, feet connecting with roots that go deep, deep, deeply deep into the earth. And we allow this connection deep, deep into the earth to sustain us. So here we have the ability to decide what we want. And we can choose those things to be fed into our being through our feet. So with each exhale, because of course we're still engaging in these breaths, nice full breaths, allow yourself to receive, whether it's wisdom or compassion, perhaps it's courage, maybe it's joy. But really allowing yourself to choose, because we get to choose what we allow into our space, and allow yourself to receive in this moment. As mountain, we're unyielding in our stance, much like mountain, whether there are snow-capped tops or the heaviest of thunderous rain, or even the hottest of blazing sun temperatures. Mountain is unyielding, it's unmoving. So we model mountain that we too are solid in our stance, giving ourselves permission to connect with breath and life force. We're solid in our ability to be unyielding, our ability to be non-moved. Receiving, choosing, unyielding with breath. Nice full breaths. The one thing you may notice with mountain, this particular movement, is you allow the exhales to flow with those inhales, the feet become even more solid in their stance, in that grounding, in that connection with the earth. And if you find that thoughts tend to wander, we're gentle and compassionate, and perhaps calling upon the source of gentle, the source of compassion, to help us be unmoved, be unyielding, to be solid in our stance. We allow this opportunity to connect with how the body is feeding us in this moment. What's being communicated? What are we feeling? What is most resonant? Without judgment, without opinion, just really having this awareness. What is happening inside of us? And holding that, whatever it is, allowing it its spaciousness, exploring what it feels like to hold that in community, knowing that we support you as we do the same. So what a powerful community practice to receive and hold collectively in shared space. Nice full breaths. Remembering this mountain pose, this mountain movement, whenever we need to go inside, whenever we need to be rejuvenated with ourselves, whenever we need to call upon a source greater than ourselves, we have this at our disposal to connect with the earth and call up those things that we need, those things that we want. And we get to decide what that looks like. So after your next exhale, I invite you to we'll take 5 more. I started to say 4 more breaths, rounds of breaths for the cardinal directions. But we want to say 5 because we're remembering the ethereal realm as well. So we'll do 5 more, moving at your own pace. Really connecting with any sensations, any presence that you feel in your body, in your feet. Just holding that imprint. Having awareness of that impression. And once you are done with your 5th round, I invite you to begin to wiggle the toes, kind of making small fists with the hand. You know, our feet and our hands are most distal from us, so we're really kind of recharging ourselves, right? Kind of getting the circulation reactivated, giving it a little push. And then gently flutter the eyelids open. Okay. And at this point, I invite you to just kind of hold awareness of any impressions that are rising for you. As we take our seats, just kind of having that awareness. What's going on? What are you feeling? If anything at all. Again, no judgments, just having that awareness. And whenever you're ready, feel free to turn your camera back on, or feel free to not. We want to honor where you are and what that is for you. But it is always good to see your faces. Especially our beloved fairy friends, who usually have at least 2 more legs than we do. Not always, but sometimes.